Hello everyone, it's Mr. Salimata over here, and in today's lesson we'll be looking at multiplying fractions. Yes, now multiplying fractions is straightforward. All you have to do is just multiply. Yes, okay, so now let's dive into this lesson by looking at our first question over here. Yes, okay, so now to get the top number, right? To get the top number, all you have to do is you just have to multiply the numerators. Yes, or just multiply the top numbers. Okay, so let's do that. 2 multiplied by 4, what's that? That's 8. And then to get the bottom number, yes, to get the bottom number, all you have to do is just what? Multiply the denominators, or these two bottom numbers over here. Yes, so 3 multiplied by 5, what's that? That's 15. So this right here is our answer, and we can't simplify this fraction, right? We cannot simplify. Yeah, okay, so let's look at our second question. Now remember, what do we have to do? We just multiply. Yes, we multiply the numerators, or these top numbers, right? So 1 multiplied by 6, that's 6. Now we just multiply our bottom numbers over here, our denominators. Yes, 2 multiplied by 7, that's 14. Yes, now if we look at this fraction, we can simplify it. Yes, so 2 into 6 is what? Is 3. 2, let me write it there. 2 into 14 is what? Is 7. So there we go, we have found our solution for our second question. Okay, so now let's look at our third question. Yes, now with this question you can start by simplifying. All right, you can start by simplifying, or you can just multiply directly, but I would advise you, if you have two fractions that you're multiplying that you can simplify, please do simplify first. The reason is, if you end up multiplying them directly, you might end up finding big numbers that you will have to simplify if needed, right? Okay, so I'll do two methods. Yes, the first one will be simplifying right here. Yes, and then the second one will be just multiplying without simplifying. Okay, so let's do that. 7 into 7 is 1. 7 into 7, that's 1, right? 6 into 6 is 1. 6 into 18 is what? Is 3. And all we have to do is what? Is just multiply. 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. 3 multiplied by 1 is 3. So this right here is our solution. Now let us use the second method, where we just have to multiply directly without simplifying. Okay, so let's do that. Let me just write it down here. Yes, so let's do that. Yeah, 7 multiplied by 6 is what? Is 42. Yes, and 18 multiplied by 7, what's that? That's 126. So you see, you have these two big numbers that you have to simplify. Yes, if needed. If actually you can simplify them, you have to simplify them. All right, so now let's do that. 42 into 42 is 1, and 42 into 126 is what? Is 3. Right? Okay, let's deal with our fourth question over here. Yeah, so with this fourth question, we have a whole number and a fraction, right? But this whole number is just 1 over 8. It's the same, because 1 into 8 is 8, right? And multiply by 4 over 5. And what do we have to do? We just multiply. Yeah, the numerators. 8 multiplied by 4, what's that? 32, right? 1 multiplied by 5 is 5. We cannot simplify this fraction. Yes, we can't simplify this fraction, so we just leave it like this. Okay? Okay, so now let's deal with our last question over here. Okay? Now, if you look at this question, it's involving what? Mixed numbers. Yes? So I've done a lesson on converting mixed numbers to improper fractions. So please check that lesson out. All right? So now, for us to deal with this question, the first thing that you have to do is you have to convert these two mixed numbers into improper fractions. And how do we do that? We just multiply the whole number, yes, with a denominator. So 1 multiplied by 5 is 5, and then we add, yes, we add the 5 to the numerator. So 5 plus 2 is 7. And then we keep our denominator. All right? So our improper fraction for our first mixed number will be what? Will be 7 over 5. Okay? Let's now deal with our second mixed number. 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. And 8 plus 3 is 11, right? Remember, we keep our denominator. So it will be 11 over 4. And now we can just multiply. 7 multiplied by 11 is 77. And 5 multiplied by 4 is what? Is 20. We can't simplify this fraction. So this is our answer right here. All right? Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next lesson.